Good morning everyone, from the QE Hospital in the South Birmingham area, and we are waiting for the 20 service down to Bromsgrove. Now the 20 route was recently extended to Bromsgrove this year to replace the former 144I route that ran between Longbridge and Bromsgrove, and the 144I replaced the historic 144 that was run by First Bus going from Birmingham to Worcester. But however, the 144 still exists today, but it only operates between Catshill and Worcester, because that was their original 144I, because First ran a 144I from Catshill to Worcester, and then it got merged into the 144 from when the Birmingham section was taken off. So we're waiting here at the QE for the 20 to arrive. And NX ran the 144I up until this year, and then it changed to the 20. And the 144I operated from Yardley Wood. The 20 did operate from Yardley Wood when it used to run from here to Cofton Hackett, and then it was taken over by West Bromwich from when the 48 got shortened. West Bromwich to the QE, because it no longer goes down to Northfield. Used to go through like Wheely Castle, it even used to terminate at Wheely Castle, and it also used to go on to King's Heath as well, where it used to go through King's Heath, but then that got replaced by the 46 run from Acox Green. And the original 20, which goes down to Cofton, still exists, but that's numbered the 20A. So I'm just waiting for the 20 to arrive here at the QE Hospital. And this is run from West Bromwich Garage, and I hope you enjoy the video today.
Okay then guys, we are now departing from the QE Hospital, the Queen Elizabeth, and we're on our way towards Bromsgrove in Worcestershire. So here we go, we're just now leaving the QE and we're on our way towards Bromsgrove. And the bus we have is a Scania Omnilink with a ZF gearbox, and the fleet number is 1937, and the reg is BX10 ACZ. And this bus here was new to Acox Green in 2010. Then it got transferred over to Perry Bar in 2015. And then again to West Bromwich, and has been at West Bromwich ever since 2015. And this has the price branding. And so here we go. We're on our way towards towards Bromsgrove. And so here we go. We're on our way to Bromsgrove right now. And when it was at Acox Green Garage, it had branding for the 37 route, the Birmingham to Solihull, and it was red and white at the time. But then when it got changed into the crimson livery, all that branding got removed. So anyway, those tall buildings which you would have seen in the background, that's the building of the QE Hospital, the Queen Elizabeth, and it's also close to University Station, which is on the Birmingham Cross City line that goes from Lichfield, Trent Valley down to Redditch, and of course Bromsgrove. And Arriva Cross Country services also stop at the University Station. So here we go. So the stations on the Cross City line includes Lichfield, Trent Valley, Lichfield City, Shenstone, Blake Street, Butler's Lane, Four Oaks, Sutton Coldfield, Wild Green, Chester Road, Gravelly Hill, Erdington, and of course Aston, Durriston. Then it serves the main station, Birmingham New Street. And then after Birmingham New Street, it goes on to Five Ways, University, Selly Oak, Bourneville, Kings Norton, Northfield, Longbridge, and Redditch trains serve Barnet Green, Church and Redditch. And then the Bromsgrove trains just continue down the Licky incline down to Bromsgrove. And the cross-country services also speed through on their Bristol services. So, speaking of Bristol, we're now going down the Bristol Road. We're heading for the Bristol Road. So, we will be following the old 144 route, the old Birmingham to Worcester service. And then we will go, but however, the 144 coming out of Longbridge went past the Morrison's Rubery supermarket. But however, the 20 doesn't go past that. That actually bypasses that. It follows part the 20, the original 20, up to where it goes towards Cofton and then turns onto Leach Green Lane and when it comes into Rubery, it meets up with the Diamond Bus 202 service, which is the Halzone to Bromsgrove route. And that is one of my favourite routes, alongside the 002 and also the 580 and all the other routes. However, the 580 is not on the South Birmingham route area, it's on the South Staffs and Worcestershire area. And of course, the 296 is also on the Worcestershire area. So, as you probably know, at present, we are currently under the National Express West Midlands territory, but by the time we get to Bromsgrove, we will be coming under Diamond Bus and First Worcestershire. And of course, you do have the custom operator that also comes along here as well, that does the 55 from Ridgeacre Tesco's to Longbridge. And of course, in Northfield, you got the 39 that goes from Quinton World's End down to Longbridge, and of course you got the 39A from Woodgate Valley South down to Longbridge, and as well as that you've got the 19 from the Morrison supermarket at Rubery down to Maypole Shops, and that then meets up with Landflight, which operate the services round Solihull, and of course Diamond Redditch that does the 150 from Redditch to King's Heath. That used to continue into the centre of Birmingham, but however Diamond do the 50 service along that same corridor. And so here we go, we're now on our way down towards Longbridge via Northfield, so we will be stopping first at Northfield. Of course, Diamond Kidderminster did do a service through Northfield, and that was the 44 route. That was only short-lived because that was a replacement for the 202, but then the 202 was reintroduced from when the 44 got withdrawn, as it was cutting off certain parts of the route like Cofton area, and also cutting off Bartley Green as well. But now the 202 has been reinstated, so it's good to hear that the 202 is now reinstated, and that's also one of my favourite routes, especially climbing the best part of the route, which is of course Egg Hill Lane. And so here we go, we're now on our way down to Northfield along the Bristol Road, and so here we go, we're on our way down to so we're on our way down to Northfield. And I'll take you through how many Scania Omnilinks that NX currently have on the fleet. So just bear with me. And so I'll just take you through how many Omnilinks that NX have got in total. And they have got quite a lot. They've got Omnilinks from Yardley Wood, Acox Green, Perry Bar, also at Warsaw. One's been turned into a driver training vehicle. There's also West Bromwich vehicles, and of course they had the old. They did have the Mark 1 B7s, but they've been passed on to Green Bus. But however, one got scrapped. Well, they had one. They did have a. Well, it didn't get scrapped. Two got transferred to Dundee, but I know a few have been transferred up to Blackpool. And 1757, which was the 301 vehicle, and 302, which is now the 3132, that's now with Green Bus. And they withdrew all the Mark 1 B7s, the ZF gearbox ones, in 2021. So the only B7s that NX have now are the Voith gearbox B7s. So they only have the Voith gearbox B7s now. And NX have had a lot of vehicles that were historic. They also had Optare Solos as well. And there was one of the fleet number 276, S276 AOX. And that was new to Wolverhampton Garage in 1999, transferred to Pensnet in 2004, withdrawn in 2008, then reinstated at Coventry the same year, 2008, then withdrawn again in 2010 and has now been sold over to Centrebus. So anyway, we are now approaching Northfield, so this is Northfield. Right then, here we are. We are now in Northfield Town Centre on the 20 route, and the change came into force on the 16th of April 2023, but the plan was announced the previous month, the 6th of March of this year 2023, and it said that regular readers that remembered the saga from the previous year, 2022, from when first curtailed their historic 144 service, which then saw NXWM Yardleywood introducing a new 144A service with support from Worcestershire County Council, which operated between Longbridge and Bromsgrove via Rubery and Catshill. And at the time, it was launched with an irregular 70-minute frequency Monday to Saturday with no service on Sunday. And that was also with NX's aim being to eventually integrate it into their network. But however, by the time the 16th of April came along, the 144A got withdrawn, and the former 20 that operated between the QE Hospital and Cofton Hackett via Selly Oak and Northfield, and also via the Bristol Road, was revised and extended from Longbridge to Bromsgrove via the former 144A route. And that was introduced once again when First Worcester terminated the long-running 144 in Catshill last year, and was extended down to the 20 was extended down to Bromsgrove, and that happened. And of course, the review of the route and the tender process, NXWM continued to operate in Bromsgrove when the changes came into force of that month. And the new look service now also runs along the route of the current 20, directly along the Bristol Road, the same what the 144 used to do between Birmingham and Longbridge. And from Longbridge, the Bristol Road South, buses now run along Lickey Road, Edgewood Road and Cliff Rock Road towards Bromsgrove, and Leach Green Lane from Bromsgrove, Leach Green Lane Northern End, New Road, and then onto the same route as the current 144I between Rubery and Bromsgrove. So anyway, we're now on our way down to Longbridge. On the 20. So I hope you're all okay and enjoy my videos here on the channel, Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. Shout out to Black Country Traveller. You should check out this route, the number 20 from QE Hospital to Bromsgrove. It's a brilliant route and I really enjoyed the route, and so here we go. We're now on our way down towards Bromsgrove, so we will be terminating at Bromsgrove Town Centre. So then guys, continuation on the journey on the 20, and we are nearly approaching Longbridge. So we're approaching Longbridge, and Longbridge used to be the home of the MG Rover car company. And so here we go, we are now on our way down towards Longbridge, and so here we go, we're now on our way down to Longbridge. So the MG Rover car company started here in 2000, and then it ended in the year 2005. So anyway, here we go. We are now coming down towards Longbridge. So we're now on our way into Longbridge, and then we will head towards Bromsgrove. So very nice ZF gearbox Scania Omnilink we got, and here we go. We're now heading down into Longbridge. So we're on our way down into Longbridge, and then that will complete the success on the not the 144i, on the 20. So that will complete our journey on the 20, and so I hope you're all okay guys, and here we go. We're now on our way down to Longbridge, and of course Arriva have got some changes coming up, and I'm just going to read out to you with some changes that are happening with various routes coming up, because I know September time is going to be a busy time with loads of different changes, and I'll just read out to you the changes within the Midlands. And so there's some changes coming up in the Midlands, so I'll read you out to them for all the changes that are happening. So in the Leicester area, there's going to be changes from the end of August. The X3 and X31, Arriva's going to be making some changes to the timetables to help keep buses on time and to provide a more coordinated service between Leicester and Market Hamborough. And in Kidworth, buses will be calling at Brookfield Way on New Road rather than the cemetery. So if you are travelling towards Market Hamborough, you no longer have to cross the busy main road to reach the bus stop. The service is 5A and the X5. The regular timetable will return at the end of the summer holidays, and buses to Twin Lakes Park will resume in the summer of next year. Services 6 and 6A, Arriva's going to be making making small changes to the route of the services in Firmiston, and buses will run along Melton Road through Firmiston Village rather than along the bypass to better connect the village and of course the Asda. 31, 31A, 31E and the X31 to improve the punctuality and offer quicker connections within Oadby and to and from Leicester City Centre. Arriva's going to be making some changes to the Oadby services, and the service 31 will continue to run clockwise around the Oadby estates. There's also going to be changes on the 37 service. Also the X45, the 50, 51, and of course the 85 and the 104. So please double check the Riva website for any further changes that will be happening in come September.
Okay then, we're now inside more, so we're not far away from the terminus in Bromsgrove. So we are now going to continue on our journey towards Bromsgrove town centre.